Hey fam, how's it going? This round, I would like to focus on my fellow insomniacs, except I don't mean about stress and anxiety and things like depression that keep us awake and from being able to fall back to sleep. I mean, when you're just so excited about tomorrow, it makes it a bit difficult to fall asleep tonight. You know what I mean? You're on the precipice or you've taken that leap. You know that you are within the beginning of a new cycle, the beginning of a new chapter. We've been doing our affirmations and our mantras, our meditations, and we're feeling it. We're seeing it. And, it's like there's this electricity in the air, right? That's what I want to tap into for this reading. What are the positive vibes that we still have to look forward to? All right. So make sure you're nice and cozy. I got my cozy pants on and stuff. Let's vibe out, fam. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and cut the decks together. They are already pre-shuffled. This middle portion that went on top for the archetypes wasn't very thick. What? We have the Eternal Child. I'm a bit biased on this card. I am autistic and ADHD. ADHD is how I like to pronounce it. And this tends to feel like, that's what I tend to think of with that, because so many people talk about us as though they have difficulty figuring out our ages. People always think that I'm younger than I am, for example, right? We have our plushies. In some ways we can be so stereotypical, and yet in other ways it's like people are learning the full spectrum of things, right? But let us see here, because if I'm recalling correctly, even though I don't see this card very often, this is speaking of, it's kind of like the Six of Cups, where it's like that inner spark, that ability to still be in awe of life. And I feel like that's very fitting for us right now, right? Okay, so the inner child, the child of joy. The the eternal child, hello Amy, is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. Okay. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. I'm sticking to my initial interpretation. I feel like this is really calling up how we've reignited that flame within us, that spark within us, that makes us who we are, that has propelled us forward through life, whether we've been willing to tap into it or not. You know what I mean? It's always been there, whether we've tended to it or not. And now we are tending to it. You know what I mean? Where we've been learning healthier coping mechanisms and figuring out what serves and what doesn't match our vibe anymore. The vibe that we want to have now, right? We've been figuring out the difference between what we're told life should be like and what we want it to be like, and the fact that we have control over that. So I bet we're feeling better, right? Fuck yeah. What about the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck? What's my mama doing? She making noise? Thank you for your patience for any background noise. She may be receiving her food delivery right about now. I don't know, but I like food, so it's okay. Let's cut this deck together and we have the title card, fam. I say it because it's on the cover of the box. We have the princess card, right? You can be your own knight. You can be your own savior. You can be your own fairy godmother. You know what I mean? On the bottom, we have mural. Be your own first priority. So I think a point's being made, fam. This feels like absolute encouragement. Like, there we go. This is where you needed to be. This is what you should be excited, because you have so much to live for, so much to experience, and so many positive vibes that you're attracting to yourself now. It's working. You have, you might as well have the magician card. You know what I mean? You have everything you need within you. You know how to delegate when you need to, right? Sure. I mean, you know, I've talked mad shit. Let's be real. I've talked mad shit in the past about princesses. To me, it's a big difference to want to be treated like a princess, to want to consider yourself a princess, and wanting to be considered a queen, an empress, right? I kind of feel like princesses expect everyone to take care of them, provide for them, feed them. And these days it's like, I kind of like being provided for. I kind of like being taken care of. And I feel like the universe does that for me every single day. So you may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a chivalrous knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword. And God's help anyone who think they can do a better job. No one can live life like you. No one. I know that Psych 101 has us realizing in the grand scheme of things that if we exist and we're doing whatever, there are a lot of other people who match our vibe. That's just humanity. That's how it goes. They may not be in the town that you live in, but they're out there. And that's one of the best things about things like the internet and such, right? We get to find one another. We used to have things like pen pals, you know what I mean? Like, now we can find people all around the world so much easier. We're also more aware of what's going on in the world. And we've been able to recognize recently our part in things, big, small, important, unimportant. It's all the same. It's all connected, and we're thriving within our realization. So let's see if we can get a bit more clarification. I don't know. I know I say that a lot. I don't know. We'll find out, because that's kind of how it is. You know what I mean? I know what I feel like shuffling some more. Okay. I'm rolling with it, fam. I'm rolling with it. I see, you know, I consider tarot to be like its own part of the story. You know what I mean? So at the very least, if it doesn't resonate, may you be entertained. What is... Oop, nope, we're going to cut this shit first. Goodness, Amy, where are you? See what I mean? It can be difficult to really multitask the way we used to, right? Because we've learned that, like, our focal point, what we're focusing on, is so important, right? The things that we're giving our energy to, that sometimes is kind of, for me, that's what recent weeks in time have been like, very discombobulated, because I'm feeling so much more and sensing so much more, and I'm ready for so much more, you know? What's chapter 1? The Empress. Damn right, the Empress. That's what I'm talking about. The Empress knows that she's surrounded by people who want to take care of her, who do provide for her, who do help her. You know what I mean? She's taxing the shit. No, I'm just kidding. What kind of a ruler would you be, fam, right? Would you tax the crap out of your citizens? Or would you want everyone thriving? Would you be loving everyone and nurturing and compassionate? Cozy. Oh, so cozy, right? We're hoping that this flame is safe over here. We're just hoping that it's safe over there. It's fine. It's fine. Moving on. Cozy. Every time I see the Empress, that's what I think of these days. Is she looks so cozy. You may be seeing her as someone who's pregnant. There may be someone who's pregnant, but it can also speak of, this card can also speak of new ideas, all these new doors opening, because so many, we've just closed them. That's done. Moving on, right? And now so many new doors have opened. There's so much new energy that is able to come in now because we've made room for it, fam. All this healing and transformation, we've made room for it. And the question is, are you open to receive it? And something's telling me, heck yeah, look at this shit. You're being reminded about that inner spark, that inner awe to life and how our minds create our realities. It's all a mirror and dependent on how we feel in the flow of things. And that whatever the heck happens, we can take care of ourselves, and we should be taking care of ourselves, right? We were also reminded to be our own first priority with that mural card, right? Motherfucking boosh. Chapter 2 is the Page of frickin' Pentacles. The Pentacles are everything. They're not just earth. They're not just money. They're everything. This Page of Pentacles is like hanging out with this Empress, and she's like, go tell him. Go tell them. They're going to love this. Here you go. Here's a bunch of new ideas. Here's a bunch of new energy that all of this work and all of these things that you've gone through in your past and everything, this is what it's all been for. Getting right here, right now. Now you're ready. You've evolved. You've grown. You're allowing yourself to live, to feel and catch all these positive vibes. You're doing, just by that, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Period. You're following through. We're not doing the stereotypical ADHD free range thing and starting a bunch of crap and leaving them half done. I mean, you know, that's in the mix. Hashtag life gonna life. But there's so much of this new energy that's able to happen now. Now that you've got your head on right. Now that you know more than ever who you are and what you want from life, right? Like we were talking about, not what you're told to do. Not what you were raised to think you're supposed to be doing. What you want to do. This life that you want to live. There's something in my eyeball. Don't mind me. I'm just going to edit. That's better. Okay. Chapter 3. Strength. All of this wisdom. All of this life experience. There's been pain. But that's back there now. That's way back there now, right? Now there's the strength and resiliency. There's an understanding to life and what we're capable of. This isn't just finding a lion out in the wild and pulling a thorn from its paw. This is soothing that frustration, that anger and pain within yourself. Those healthier coping mechanisms. Because you know that you're just living and existing and being you is enough. And life is gonna life. She's got that infinity symbol above her head. She's wearing white and she has all, I feel like I have cat hair on my face, don't mind me. She has all of this, like these like garlands and stuff around her because she's embracing life and capable of honoring how far she's come without getting lost in the sauce, right? Without getting lost in emotions that have already been felt, man. Like, they're back there, right? And she's secure in that. We, humans that we are able to be secure in that, right? Okay, let me do a little bit of shifting down here real quick. There we go. Chapter 4 is High Priestess. Look at that intuition. My goodness. We have 3 very interesting major arcana and the Page of Pentacles. So it's kind of like, now that we've embraced our full potential, we've accepted ourselves in ways that we simply weren't capable of before. We're accepting anything, open to the unknown, open to all possibilities, because we know that whatever happens, we can handle it. And we have the intuition to help us know, and okay, swim away. You know what I mean? Like, okay, oh my God, cat hair, all the cat hair. Okay, you know, that's driving me nuts. Thank you for your patience. You know, understanding that if you don't enjoy something, if you don't want to do something, you don't have to. And anyone trying to tell you differently, I mean, unless they're trying to save your life, the given kind of shit, you know, you don't have to, right? Understanding, you know, maybe you don't need somebody else doing tarot readings for you because you understand and you honor your connection to the divine. Isn't that one of the main things that's going on here with these cards, right? We got 2 and 3 already present in this reading. These are very particular major arcana. I can't believe that they just like, well, I guess I can. What are we tapping into right now? What's coming up underneath the Empress? Is the star theme. It's the star. Whether we're talking about someone who's meant to be out in the public, a YouTuber yourself, maybe you also do tarot readings on YouTube, right? You're meant to sing. You are meant to shine. Not just be cozy in your own life, but reminding others. Maybe you're meant to be a beacon of light in the world, an example of all of these wonderful things that are possible, not just for people to compare themselves to. Like, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to one another. We should be inspired by one another. When you see someone rocking that shit, now you know what's possible, and you go on and you do it your own way, right? I mean, that's YouTube, isn't it? And otherwise, this is your hopes and dreams. Balance. Being able to naturally flow with life. No pressure. No worries. Everything coming to fruition. This cat hair, I swear. Got it. Here we go. All right, what's after the star? Geez, goodness gracious. We have the star underneath the Empress, a Page of Pentacles, a Strength, and a freaking High Priestess. Dang, I tapped in indeed, didn't I? All right. Underneath the Page of Pentacles is public recognition. Not only is your 3D conforming to you, reality bending to your mind and your will, but everyone else is catching up. And your work that you've been doing, all of your effort is being recognized. That's coming up underneath the Page of Pentacles. You have a message coming in. One of my favorite affirmations is I love giving and receiving good news, right? This is like a winning card. Hashtag winning and all that groovy shit. Like, you've done the thing. And now everybody knows you've done the thing. All right. What's coming up underneath the Strength card? The 3 of Cups. Oh. May you be surrounded by love and support, people that you are so happy to celebrate with, right? Whether you are already at that point of being able to celebrate, the contracts have come in, this new deal has been struck, whatever the heck it is, right, that you've been trying to manifest, that you know you're doing your part and you've let go of the control so that the universe and the divine and everybody else can do their part, you know? Right? Like, you know, enjoy the vibe. Enjoy being part of the positive vibes of the world. It's a good thing, right? Enjoy that. Feel that. Allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to be happy. That's what we're doing now, right? We're not stressing. When we catch ourselves thinking negative thoughts, we flip it around and we alchemize it, right? And it's all worth it. It's all worth it. What's coming up underneath that intuitive High Priestess? The final card before the epilogue is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. What I'm getting from this layout, and we still have the epilogue to enjoy, is over the next year, it might as well be the beginning of January. Here's your 2025. Over the course of the next year, you get to experience all of these wonderful things about life, the best that life has to offer. Your manifestations are coming through because you've got these two come into play with the star. Public recognition, people to celebrate with, to love, that sense of community, the strength and resilience to pull it all off. You're taking care of yourself and you're feeling so good. You're just pumping out those positive vibes. The course of the next year is going to be better than ever. Better than ever. And you just need to trust that, right? That's the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the tarot. We're talking like a year's worth of time. But these two being like everything being sandwiched between the Page and the Knight of Pentacles is really, it's like, it just feels like, wow, this is going to be fun. It's no wonder why we're so excited about tomorrow. It's no wonder why we're excited about the rest of the day, fam. The rest of the day is pretty darn good. When something happens, we handle it accordingly. We move on. It doesn't ruin the rest of our day. And it's taken, like for some, this Knight of Pentacles may simply be showing you how long it's taken to get to this point. At least a year. Right? So if that resonates with you, that's fine too. You're like, how do you feel about it? I'm not here to dictate how to feel about this reading. What's the epilogue? Judgment. If we were playing a Final Fantasy game, that's the song that plays when the battle's done. You've done it. You did it. And now, fam, it's time to dream bigger. When you meet all of your goals, when you do the things that you want to do, you dream bigger. You just expand on out there. Now that you have everything you want, way to be an example to others, to know that they can have whatever they want, that that's what it looks like. And damn, does it look good, right? That's how I'm taking it. This is your rebirth. This is your year. Or it has been a year of complete rebirth and resurrection. Everything should be different now. It's supposed to be. That was a decision you made and you followed through on. You have followed through. What's on the bottom of this? Boosh. Big change. If that, to me, the bottom of the tarot is the main gist, the main vibe of the tarot. We're at 24. Okay, cool. We're still doing good. I haven't babbled too much. Right on. I like to stay under 30 at the very least. Either big change has already happened. Either way, I feel like this is behind us. I feel like this is behind us. And you may not even recognize that yet. You may not even be realizing that the thing, the catalyst, has already occurred. Don't be waiting for it. Don't wait for it. Live like it's already happened. I think it has. I think that, I don't want to go so far as to talk like the Four of Cups has shown up, but I just saw it in my mind. There was a bit of that going on, but you've righted yourself, okay? You've righted yourself. So if someone needed that confirmation, there you go. So much is changing. This is the aftermath. This is the new cycle, and you're rocking that shit. You've got an incredible year ahead of you, an incredible life, your hopes and dreams, everything's working out, and your intuition is on par. It's on par. So you just follow through. That's another thing about the Page and Knight of Pentacles. Follow through. Keep it up. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing the thing, okay? I did not pre-shuffle these. These are my own personal little note cards that I created. I want to get one of those pretty decks. There's a pretty pastel deck, blank deck on Amazon that I want to get and fill out. So I have these like my prototype beforehand. Song lyrics, different thoughts and phrases. If you have any that you'd like to, you know, opt in on or whatever, or recommend, feel free to do so in the comments below. I'm cool with that. I'm open. Oh, we have a couple that are kind of sticking. There's someone that you're interested in who you may or may not be aware of. Maybe there's someone you're trying to manifest, an SP, specific person, a special person that you're trying to manifest and draw towards you, that you think you may be ready for, but you're worried about certain aspects, the way you look, maybe your weight, where you live, how much money you have or feel that you don't have. You have everything you want. What are you lacking? Right? We're alchemizing that shit, right? They don't care. This one is referencing the song Hang On Sloopy by the McCoys. This is my all-time favorite song. No matter what mood I'm in, no matter what's going on, it always, like, I can't help it. I might get a little feisty about it because dang you for using this against me. With great power comes great responsibility. But you're also being reminded that that was then. This is now. Okay? That was then. This is now. If you still have any fears that you're working to release and finally let go of and just fully get out of your system, that was then. This is now. Everything works out perfectly in my life. I am living my happily ever after right now. What are the ones I would have drawn on purpose? Suffering the consequences of others. Where and what is the resolution? What is it that someone has stuck in their head? Someone has something stuck in their head that they're being called out on. Maybe that's where that Tower card is coming from. That reminder that this is good change. This is change you needed, change you wanted, change you brought on. And you're meant to enjoy it, okay? So you better make sure that the responsibilities on your shoulders belong to you and stop suffering somebody else's consequences. And I am the I in team. By that, I mean you are the MVP. You're not as separate from your spiritual guides, your angels, the universe, your ancestors, Mother Gaia, whatever it is, God, Goddess, the earth, whatever it is, you're not as separate as you may feel. You're the MVP. You're the quarterback. This is your life. This is your reality. And someone needed to remember that. You are the most important component to this equation called your life. You choose the way you think and what you allow it to happen. Someone needs to remember that. That this is your life. That was then. This is now. Don't make assumptions anymore, okay, fam? Let them go. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I really appreciate it. May we all get some lovely sleep tonight. I wish you the best, fam. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And until next time, always remember that I love you.